Seems every station on the TV is selling something no one can be. If every page was torn from the magazine.
Furthermore, because winning World War IV will almost certainly take as long to win as World War III did, Americans of this generation and the next are called upon to be far more patient than the greatest generation needed to be in World War II, in which the United States was involved for only 4 of the 6 years it lasted.
We will not witness this anymore. This is the end for you, my friend. I can't forgive, I won't forget. On and on we sing our songs and on the walls rage on it. On and on we sing our songs for more.
Thanks for coming here today. I think you're a little bit humble. You keep referring to the Bush Doctrine when you're one of the signatures of the PNAC document back in 1999, which you submitted to Bill Clinton, which I believe was called the demand for the expansion of the U.S. military might and intrusion into the Middle East. Pretty much the Bush Doctrine. Some might say that you're quite a forecaster. But given the light of the new information, like just recently, General Wesley Clark, along with hundreds and hundreds of government officials, military officials, architects and engineers. Well, they've all gotten together, all these government officials, military officials, and they're all asking for a new investigation into 9/11. And what they have is a short.
All right. Okay. I'm drawing the line at paranoia. I'll answer the first part of your question. I said I'll answer the first part of your question. I said I would answer the first.
You called on me.
Yeah, and I'll answer your question. I'm not going to listen to his speech. He asked the question was why I'm so humble. It's one of the few times I've ever been accused of that virtue. Because I was one of the signatories of the PNAC statement back in the late 90s. That statement has been so wildly misrepresented that it would take an hour to correct all the distortions. But I can say this to you about it: we who signed that statement were appealing to Clinton, who was then the president, to act upon his own declarations and those of practically every member of the Democratic Congress and Senate about the threat of Saddam Hussein and his pursuit of nuclear weapons. That's what the PNAC statement was all about. Yes.
You didn't answer the question. You're afraid to answer the question.
What question?
The question is: there's a list of people that are on the PNAC document.
Is that a question? You mean there are people who disagree with me, and therefore I'm supposed to bow to their view?
There are a list of suspects.
Yeah, I'm just.
You're one of them. You're one of them. How do you feel about that? It's a question. How do you feel about being a suspect in the massacre of 9/11? I'm asking you a question.
Quick question. All right. You feel that we should bomb Iran because of Al Qaeda, right?
No.
No, maybe. All right. That's good because I hear from the Bush administration how they say that Iran is responsible for all of Al Qaeda that's going on in Iraq.
Well,
I find confusing because Iran is Shiite, Al Qaeda is Sunni, and according to the White House press release, they are American special forces in Iran are commanding the number 3 guy in Al Qaeda.
Yeah, there are two separate issues. Whether Iran is actually sending people into Iraq to conduct a proxy war against us. The evidence that they are is overwhelming, and the fact that they're Shia, and that Al Qaeda is Sunni does not, and will not, and has not prevented them from making alliances against the common enemy, which is us. As for bombing Iran, I have advocated this in an article in my book, in an article called "The Case for Bombing Iran," on the ground that none of the other efforts to stop Iran from going nuclear, that is diplomacy, sanctions, or provoking an internal insurrection, can possibly work. And I think most people including even the French, are now recognizing that. Most people, except a few in this room, I guess, believe that it would be calamitous if Iran were permitted to develop nuclear weapons and nuclear capability. The only question is how to stop them. My argument is that the only way to stop them is through airstrikes, and I believe it would be a great calamity in many different respects if Iran did get a nuclear capability. Okay.
You are a dangerous, unconscionable man. You are a fascist, and the blood will be on your hands. You are an unconscionable relative. I'm sorry. I apologize. You are a dangerous person.
I lived on the Upper West Side for nearly 25 years, and I begin to remember why I decided to leave.
My family.
So don't come back.
You're a murderer.
Leave them.
Thank you. In the 1950s, the CIA overthrew the democratically elected government of Iran by use of staged false flag attacks because the president, Mohammad Mossadegh, wouldn't give British Petroleum control of the oil fields. Is that not a fact?
You know what? I don't think. I think the CIA did in fact have something to do with the overthrow of Mossadegh. Yes. But to tell you the truth, I have no stomach for this kind of ancient history. Okay.
Doris, I'm sorry to bring up ancient history, but I've got an article that you wrote in 1963 called "My Negro Problem and Ours," in which you, and I quote, you say, "I grew up to be a good liberal." Do you still characterize yourself as a good liberal? And how do you square that with wanting to bomb and murder millions of people?
First of all, I do not consider myself a liberal, whether good or bad, any longer. Though I spent much of my life on the left.
Well, I wouldn't want to help too.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that, because I wouldn't welcome the company of some of the people in this room in any kind of community, political or otherwise.
Thank you.
All right.
Same way about you.
If we're at war with Islamic fascists, bombing somebody, it's creating war.
Oh, you mean when you fight back at your enemy?
Fight back.
So when did Iran attack?
Iran didn't attack us.
We were attacked by Islamo-fascists on 9/11, which is a declaration of war. There have been many such acts before that we did not choose to treat by the Islamo-fascists.
Are they in the UN?
Are they a group?
Iranian?
Of course they are.
You're Iranian?
No, look, you know.
Why don't we bomb Saudi Arabia?
Look. If you want.
And if Bush is going to be a great leader,
All right.
why are you lying to Man's
All right, why don't you shut up? Why don't you shut up?
Don't wanna talk about it. You know I can't live without it. It's a stupid fucking shame. And now I'm trying to think I'm trying to think I'm so lame. I break glass, I break it down. I break glass, I break it down. I break glass, I break it down. I break glass.
Okay, I'm with Charles Productions, it's Genesis Communication Networks, it's a syndicated radio talk show host. Now, in the 70s, you worked for the Committee on Present Danger.
Yeah, look, you know.
I'm sorry, go ahead. No. Just,
I don't have time.
No. I just want to know, do you consider communism as big a scare as Islamofascism today?
Yes.
Sorry, he has
I just trying to...
Okay, we're ready to go?
I think so.
Okay, here we go.